Timothy Gildea. I was a machinist mate second class when I was in the Navy. When I was close to graduating high school, I had no plans for my life after graduating. A lot of my friends, they wanted to join the military, and in different rates. A friend of mine I was pretty close with decided he was going to join the Navy, and he was going to San Diego, and he said, "Hey man, you should sign up." I said, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'll go talk to your people. I have nothing to lose." I took some aptitude tests, did pretty well. They decided I would make an excellent candidate for nuclear power school, which was a complete surprise to me, but it sounded pretty interesting. Nuclear power was still a bit of a mystery, as in Pennsylvania, mostly what we knew about it came from 3 Mile Island. But I did enjoy math. I did enjoy the sciences. I had an interest in physics. And I'd never traveled anywhere. I lived in Philadelphia my whole life and had never gone anywhere. And since I was going into the program that they selected me for, they gave me choices of going to fabulous places like Orlando, Florida. To me, they were fabulous. Or San Diego, California, or Great Lakes, Illinois. San Diego was the furthest, so I went to boot camp in San Diego, California in August. It was brutally hot. All we did was march on blacktop out there, and it was less fabulous than I was led to believe. But I met a whole bunch of new people from all over the world. It was the experience of a lifetime, even if it was difficult. I don't regret a bit of it. Back then, boot camp was an 8-week program. I graduated a little bit later. Come the fall, I moved to Great Lakes, Illinois, which was near Lake Michigan, about 40 minutes north of Chicago. Chicago is the Windy City. I spent a lovely winter in Chicago, in Great Lakes, Illinois, out in boot camp. I have certain memories from the place, like if you walk along and the wind is blowing with a ferocity that would feel like it was stealing your life away. They had fellas in cars that would drive around and tell you to take your hands out of your pockets because you were supposed to be wearing gloves, and I thought that was really very nice of them to do that. But I completed propulsion A school and machinist mate A school in Great Lakes, and it was really interesting because they removed steam plants from decommissioned ships and reassembled them in buildings, in old warehouse type style buildings in Great Lakes, and we got to train on real equipment. It wasn't just pictures in a book. This was turning valves and lighting fires and really making something work. It was pretty interesting. I'd never been exposed to anything like that before, and the class was pretty straightforward. Great Lakes, it was still work. We didn't have much of a social life. It was under 18, so there was really nowhere to go, but I enjoyed my time there. Great Lakes at the time was the largest Navy base in the Navy Training Center in the United States. And there were over 10,000 sailors there. It was a very impressive base. The corpsmen trained there, the gunner's mates trained there. I could go on, I guess, but I was only there 4 months, and I transferred down to where did I transfer to? From Orlando, Florida, and spent the summer there working with a group of torpedo men until our class for Naval Nuclear Power School was going to start. I did that for about 4 months, just working with torpedo men. They were an interesting group of people. The torpedo men is a pretty specific type of class. These guys will come in and take very specific types of training, and the big torpedo at the time was the Mark 48 torpedo. If you did very well in your classes, you were able to certify on the Mark 48 torpedo. It's still being used today, so it must have been a very technical design. All I did was police these guys around their barracks and stuff like that until my class was ready.